There's some newly granted money that's going to help save a historic site in Glenwood Springs.
And here's the catch. A lot of people who live there might not even know that this site exists, but they will soon.
I love this. Matt Renew is live in Glenwood Springs, and Matt, Glenwood has just been awarded a grant that will help preserve a big part of Colorado and Glenwood history.
You're right. Good morning, Corey, Natasha, and Gary. It's here at the Cardiff Coke Oven Site. You know, Coke ovens like these can be found all over Colorado. They're part of the coal and steel industry that help build a lot of Colorado towns. This site here in Glenwood is a National Historic Site, and soon, thanks to a grant from the Garfield County Mining Lease District, will be more ADA accessible. They'll be able to restore these Coke ovens, and there'll be some signage and information.
We're trying to focus on about a dozen ovens.
At the Frontier Museum in Glenwood Springs,
see the underfloor.
Archivist Carolyn Sipperly and the staff are in the business of protecting Glenwood's history.
That's our job.
And right now, that includes preserving a historic site in a busy part of town many residents don't even know about.
Tucked away in South Glenwood.
The Cardiff Coke Oven Site's a national registered site where 134 years ago, coal was cooked at high temperatures to burn off impurities and used in steel production.
We had some really high-grade coal.
But over the years, this site's been getting cooked by time.
Weather and vandals and just sort of time is taking its toll on the ovens themselves.
So Glenwood's using a $140,000 grant to help restore this area.
There's a lot of vegetation and overgrowth around the whole area, so our goal is to sort of clean that up and make it more accessible to the community.
Saving some history, and Carolyn says
it was an immigrant history.
Make it a little easier for people to step back in time.
Help them learn about the coal and coking industry and life in early Glenwood Springs.
Pretty cool stuff. They're going to start work, they think, here out at the Cardiff Coke Oven Site in about a year or so. They still have to work on some of the designs and how they're going to rehabilitate some of these ovens. You know, by the way, these Coke ovens, they say, were pretty revolutionary at the time because of their ventilation system, and it must have worked because the Coke that was produced here was considered second only to Cardiff, Wales, which is why they called this area Cardiff. And if you're out here, which is near the airport in Glenwood, you can actually explore some of these Coke ovens. We're inside one right here. Pretty neat stuff. You can see some have to be cleaned up, but Gary, Corey, and Natasha, Coke ovens, so look at this. If you're lucky, you might just still find a Coke.
I knew you were going to do something like that.
Perfect temperature.
Yeah,
So
I do love that history. All right,
Yeah.
Matt, have a Coke and a smile. We'll talk to you later.